Hello there, and welcome to the Life at a Glance podcast. I'm so happy that you are here today. And today's episode is going to be 80% life, and I'll give 20% business. And the reason why we're going to focus so much on life today is because my family is getting ready this week to celebrate a huge milestone. And that milestone is that my daughter is graduating from college. And I think it's funny, several years ago when we were homeschooling and Ander, my oldest, graduated from high school, I was like, oh, please, like, can we not just all graduate? Because it just felt like homeschooling all four of them. It just felt like so much work to get them to that point. Now, obviously, as time goes on, it's like, no, slow down, slow down, slow down. And that's kind of where I find myself now. Last year, I think, was the last year that everybody was home. Ander had not yet graduated college. He actually interviewed for his job while we were at the beach, but we were all able to be together. And now this year, Ander will not be with us on our beach vacation, and Maggie's going to come in and out because she's already working. So we're turning a corner. But I say all of this to say that I think that these big life moments or these milestones are great opportunities for you to reflect on what it is you want, both personally and professionally. And I feel like last year I had a lot of personal milestones. Some really, really good and amazing and, really like life achievements. A lot of endings that we had last year, like, homeschooling for 15 years. So now I'm retired. Some very sad passings with my mom and her illness and finally passing away at the end of the year. And then what felt like ending, but yet giving, was when the tree split the house in half. In all of those, there were different things that I reflected on. Like in the business, I thought, what do I want the business to look like? How much time do I want to work? How much money do I want to make? And in thinking about that, that really shaped what offers and what I was willing to give, what I was willing not to give. I was coming from a place of tremendous burnout, and there were just things that I was not willing to do anymore, that I just really, for myself and all of the personal things that happened last year, I just had to stop. Yet I still had 3 college tuitions to pay for, so I still had to keep going in the business some way, somehow. And so I slowed the business down to both protect time and kind of get back to what I felt like was my jam, but also protect my time in the future for moments where, when the kids are all together and available, like I want to be there together and available, right? And I don't want to work all of the time. I'm just at a point now where I'm exploring some new hobbies that I'm really, really enjoying. And I want to take better care of myself. I have for years and years. I don't know about you, but like I go through these waves where I'm on the exercise kick. And then typically my seasonal event would like interrupt that. And it would take me a month to get back on the horse and keep going. And I would be going. And then another event would happen. It would be a month. There are always these things, and having 4 babies, there were always these things that would interrupt what that fitness or that healthy lifestyle looked like. And I feel like for my age, I don't want to say for my age, I don't even want to say it that way, but I'm pretty healthy. The only thing that I suffer from are really migraines, and I manage those. And so there really are no excuses. There is nothing that is stopping me from focusing on my health each and every day except myself. And if that is a problem, then I have to look within, right? And so again, these big milestones are reminders, and they're an opportunity to say, I really love the Peloton community. And my husband and I were even talking the other night, because we have, so we've got the Peloton, we use the app, we've got some free weights. I never thought that I would have all of that in my house, if I'm being honest. And then we also have a C2 row machine. And we don't really use it that much. And so we've talked about the possibility of selling it. We bought it used, and we've talked about the possibility of selling it. But then well, no, let's continue because we can incorporate rowing, in our exercise routine. There is no excuse for me not to do something each and every day, point blank. And there really isn't anything, a pattern interrupt. It just needs to now be in habit. Towards the end of last year, I think that it was burnout and it was so many things. I felt like I was doing a really good job managing everything. But one thing happened towards the end of the year that broke. And I realized, and it kind of scared me, that I really wasn't managing things well. And I don't know at the beginning of this year, even though I love the Peloton so much, and whether it's Allie or Robin's rides, or I know that I should be lifting weights, I know that, doing yoga or bar, all of those things will help me stay flexible as I age. I still could not muster up. Like Daniel, you come, okay, well, I can't do it. Or something, oh, okay, I can't do it. I would make up all of these excuses. And it just got to the point, I don't even know how I started back. But when I started back, I was like, why in the world have I not been doing this all along? And so milestones are really good reminders to take inventory of what you want to do, both professionally and personally. And this big milestone for Maggie is, how do I want to spend my time? And part of that, it's this phrase, I get to count too. Well, I never got to count. And that's my own fault for putting others first before me. And so if I'm going to count, then, that old adage where they talk about, and I never understood this, when you're in the airplane and those safety presentations that they do, put the mask on you before you put it on your child. I'm like, I'm going to put it on my child first. But if you think about it, you need to put it on you, because if you can't function, you can't help anyone. So not that I'm 100%, but I am slowly making my health a priority. And I almost in the afternoons now, so it's only been 2 weeks, but in the afternoons, I'm like, is it time? Is it time yet? Can I start working out? I typically like to wait when my husband comes home. And so those big milestones are reminders. The thing that, just on a personal note, like I look at the accomplishments of the kids and just bursting with pride. When I, specific to Maggie, think about what her journey was, she went to a military school, actually the school that Daniel graduated from, and the school where Daniel and I met. We didn't think any of the kids would want to go to the Citadel, but she kind of paved the way. And then our middle son followed her there. And so it's military. It is, the Corps. It is her academics and a student athlete, because she wanted to go to a Division I school. She wanted to have a Division I scholarship. And so watching her navigate, and it has not been easy. It's not been an easy path. It's she's done well. She's excelled. She's done well academically. She's done well with the Corps, with her rank. And then, she ended her college soccer career as a team captain. And I think it's interesting what that opportunity allowed her to do was to have a mentor. And I made a gift for the mentor. This is a family who basically has taken my daughter under their wing and has helped her in terms of kind of moving into the healthcare. That's what she's going into. She wants to apply to PA school. So she has a job already, which I am so thankful for, because all semester, all of these little things that I don't remember that you need to do, like the kids are reminding me, just like when Ander, like the checking accounts, the credit cards, the credit scores, the where am I going to live? How do I manage, my deposits? How do I pay my bills? How do I, my 401k, my benefits package, my, all of those things. By the time we get to Jack, we're going to be really, really good at this. And he gets the benefit. He gets the benefit of going last. But with her, it's been fantastic because all of these like questions and things, it didn't happen after she graduated. It's happened during the semester. So she actually gets credit hours. She's getting paid. She gets a job that she's really excited about. And so making that transition from all of the things, it'll have a little bit of an easier landing. But I'm thankful for this family for taking her under her wing, under their wings, I should say, and helping guide her. The academics that she's done, we were going down a path, she was going down the path of nursing, and now she wants to go to PA school. And I think some of the decisions that were made, the pivots that were made all along the way have kind of set her up for success here. All of the things that a military school offers, the boards that they have to go through twice a year in order to get rank, will help her in the board to go to PA school in any job interviews that she has. All of the leadership that she has been exposed to and developed along the way. In the earlier years of playing soccer, one of her areas of opportunity was talking out on the field. She needed to do that and she did not do that. And then she ended as team captain. So corralling her team to do a specific task and to reach a goal. And then without that opportunity, she wouldn't have had the mentor. Without the mentor, I don't know if she would have gotten the job as early if she's gotten it. That would ease all of the landing. So there are all of these milestones, all of these reminders. And some of them, the milestones are bittersweet. She played soccer for 18 years. The only reason she started playing soccer is because of her older brother playing soccer, and he stopped early in the mix, but she kept going. Just to watch her and to celebrate her as any parent is, what do they say? Kind of like your heart outside your body walking around. Well, she's a quarter because I've got 3 others, right? And the family is just excited. She is sassy, and she can talk her way into any situation. And I think talk her way out of any situation as well. She knows the president, the commandant, the provost. She is that introvert, extrovert, kind of smart, witty, and just kind-hearted. And so this week, we have a milestone in our family. And this week, it is a reminder of how I want to spend my time personally. I want to be healthy, to be there for all of the future milestones. And then professionally, how I want to spend my time. And it's never a reminder of, I wish I would have, because I've always put my family first. And in the beginning, it was not easy. There was resentment. There was almost that Chicken Little, like, I matter, I want to do this. But when I finally found that rhythm and routine, even though it's evolved over time, it's all kind of worked out in the end. And so what I will say is that when you have big life events, they are good reminders for you to evaluate. And it's okay in that evaluation that you leave things behind that no longer serve you. And you have to slow down in order to speed up. It's okay to have the goals that match what you want, not somebody else's expectations, not what you see online. What do you want? I think when we do that, we relax, we focus really on the right things, and we're so much happier. And so it's a short episode this week. Um, I just wanted to share the excitement. We're moving her into her first apartment and could not have picked a better situation for where she's living and landlord. Couldn't have picked a better place for her. It's where absolutely she wanted to work, picked a better place for her to work and grow and get her clinical hours. Couldn't have picked a better opportunity as soccer facilitated this mentor, because it's not just this is what healthcare is and their introduction, but helping her as she applies to PA school. And so the family is all coming together. We will all be under one roof. No, it will not be easy, but it will be a heck of a lot of fun. And certainly a milestone that I'm 100% here for. All right. Until next week, take care. We'll talk soon.